Now see this problem. Ram, Shyam and Mohan are partners. Their profit sharing ratio is given 3:2:1, and on 1st April 2018 Shyam retires from the firm. On that date their balance sheet was as follows. Balance sheet is given, and after the balance sheet the terms of retirements were: goodwill of the firm is to be valued at 2 times the average super profit. It means in this problem we have to calculate goodwill from given information using super profit method. Second adjustment, expenses owing to be brought down to rupees 37,500. Expenses owing means outstanding expenses. In third adjustment they told us that investment was revalued and Ram took over the investment at the revalued amount. Fourth adjustment, factory premises is to be revalued and loose tools also. Fifth adjustment, provision for doubtful debts to be increased by rupees 19,500. In sixth adjustment they told us that there was a workman compensation claim of rupees 18,000. In the balance sheet workman compensation fund is given, so we have to make the entry accordingly. In the last adjustment they told that Shyam to be paid 50,000 in cash and balance due to him treated as loan carrying interest at 6% per annum. Means from the Shyam's dues we will pay him 50,000 immediately and remaining amount will be remain in the business as his loan. Okay. In this problem they told us to pass the journal entry for goodwill and prepare the ledger account. So now let us start. They told us to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. So I have prepared these accounts. In the first adjustment they told us to calculate the goodwill and pass the journal entry of goodwill. So we will calculate the goodwill first. We will calculate goodwill, calculation of goodwill. Total profit, actual profits of last 3 years were given 6 lakhs, 5 lakhs 50,000 and 5 lakhs 75,000. So we will calculate total profit, that is 17 lakhs 25,000. Therefore now we will calculate average profit. Average profit is equal to total profit divided by number of years. So is equal to total profit 17 lakhs 25,000 divided by number of years 1 2 3 3 years. Therefore the division will be 5 lakhs 75,000. Now in the problem they have given us super profit, normal profit. So normal profit is equal to rupees 5 lakhs. It is given. So we have to calculate super profit now. Super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. Therefore 5 lakhs 75,000 minus 5 lakhs is equal to 75,000 is the super profit. Now we will calculate goodwill. Goodwill of the firm, it is firm is equal to super profit into number of years purchase. So super profit 75,000 and number of years purchase is 2. So goodwill of the firm will be rupees 1,50,000. Now we will calculate retiring partner's share. See the problem. In the problem, retiring partner's share is given 2/6. Therefore, Shyam is the retiring partner. Shyam's share of goodwill is equal to 1,50,000 into 2/6, that is 1/3. So is equal to 50,000. Okay. So Shyam's share of goodwill will be rupees 50,000, which will be adjusted between the continuing partners in their gaining ratio. Now we will pass journal entry for goodwill. Journal entry will be continuing partners capital account debit to retiring partners capital account. So Ram's capital account debit, Mohan's capital account debit, to Shyam's capital account, now Shyam's share of goodwill is rupees 50,000. It will be adjusted in the accounts of continuing partners in their gaining ratio. As the role ratio is 3:2:1 and Shyam is retiring from the firm and new ratio is not given, the remaining partner share, that is 3:1, will be their gaining ratio. So we will adjust rupees 50,000 in the ratio of 3:1 between Ram and Mohan. So the distribution will be 37,500, 12,500, total is 50,000. Narration will be Shyam's share of goodwill adjusted between the continuing partners in their gaining ratio, that is 3:1. Okay. And now while solving the problem, we will pass this entry in the books. We have prepared revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. I have transferred the items from the old balance sheet to the respective accounts. Let us discuss them. Trade creditors will be in the liability side in the outer column because there is no adjustment. Similarly, the bills payable. Then the expenses owing were written in the inner column. Then reserve fund and capital, we have transferred capital in credit side of capital account, and reserve fund is distributed between the partners in their profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1. Now see the workmen compensation reserve. Reserve is given 48,000 in the balance sheet, and they told us in the sixth adjustment that claim on account of workmen compensation is only rupees 18,000. So I have transferred the claim in liability side, that is 18,000. So from 48,000 the claim will be only rupees 18,000. So still there are 30,000 remaining. These 30,000 will be distributed between all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1. Okay. Now the asset side, cash in hand, the balance is 90,000. From that we have to pay him 50,000 in cash. So I have deducted 50,000 from 90,000. So outer column balance will be rupees 40,000. No need to prepare cash account specifically. Then debtors in inner column, stock outer column, factory premises, investment and loose tools, as they have adjustments, I have written the amounts in inner column. Okay. Now let us start the adjustments. We have already passed the journal entry and made the calculation of goodwill. So we have to make only the posting of that entry. The entry of goodwill was Ram's capital account debit, Mohan's capital account debit to Shyam's capital account. So Debit side of Ram and Shyam's capital account, we have to write Shyam's capital account. In Ram's column 37,500 and in Mohan's column rupees 12,500. Shyam is the retiring partner. Now the second posting, credit side of Shyam's capital account by Ram's capital account. Amount will be in Shyam's column 37,500 and by Mohan's capital account 12,500. Okay. Now the second adjustment, expenses owing to be brought down to rupees 37,500 means these expenses are reducing. They will be 37,500 in future. So outer column amounts will be 37,500. So less reduction. We are reducing the outstanding expenses by rupees 7,500. That is difference between 37,500 and 45,000, and reduction in the liability is our profit as we know. So by expenses owing rupees 7,500. Now third adjustment, investments are revalued at rupees 72,000 and Ram took over investment at this value, means less taken over, no investment is remaining, but its valuation was made for rupees 72,000. So there is reduction in the asset which will be loss. So loss will be transferred to revaluation account debit side. So two investments, amount is rupees 8,000. And now the entry of taken over. They told us that Ram took over investment at this value. So we will transfer here to investment account. In Ram's column rupees 72,000 and dash in other columns. Now the next adjustment, factory premises to be valued at rupees 2,43,000. So factory premises originally of rupees 2,25,000 and now they told us to revalue at rupees 2,43,000. So outer column will be 2,43,000. It means there is an increase of rupees 18,000. So we will add appreciation of rupees 18,000. So the amount will be rupees 2,43,000. 18,000 came from difference between 2,43,000 minus 2,25,000. Okay. Appreciation in the asset is profit. So by factory premises amount is 18,000 and loose tools at rupees 36,000. So loose tools will be 36,000 in future. So less reduction of rupees 4,000. So that will be our loss. So two loose tools rupees 4,000. Okay. Next adjustment now. Provision for doubtful debts to be increased by rupees 19,500. Old provision is rupees 10,000 and now we are increasing the provision by rupees 19,500. It means the new provision will be rupees 29,500. So less provision 29,500. So the outer column amount will be 1,30,500 and increase in the provision is loss. So debit side of revaluation account to provision for doubtful debts rupees. The difference that is given here 19,500, which is increased amount, is our loss. Now the next adjustment. The adjustment about claim of workman compensation, we have already solved that adjustment while posting the items from the balance sheet. So now the last adjustment, Sham to be paid rupees 50,000 in cash and balance due to him treated as his loan. They told us that. So we will pay the cash to him to cash account 50,000, which we have deducted already from the available cash. So the balance of cash is rupees 40,000. So two postings has been made, and now we have to tally the problem. First we will tally revaluation account. Credit total is 25,500 and debit total is 31,500. So 31,500, 31,500. Difference is of rupees 6,000, which will be transferred to partners capital account. So by partners capital account, this is revaluation loss, will be distributed between Ram, Sham and that Mohan in their old profit sharing ratio. So distribution will be 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Let us make the second posting. Debit side of capital account to revaluation account, 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Okay. Now first we will tally retiring partners capital account, that is Sham. Credit total is 2,45,000. We will deduct from 2,45,000 rupees 52,000, 50,000 given cash and 2,000 revaluation loss. Total is 52,000. We will deduct it from this amount and the difference will be 1,93,000. So for this amount we will give heading to Sham's loan account. This amount will remain in the business as loan given by Sham to the business. So we will transfer it in liability side. Sham's loan account 1,93,000. Now we will tally Ram's account and then of the remaining partner, that is Mohan's account. Credit total is 2,67,500. We will deduct the debit total from this amount and the difference will be 1,55,000. Now the third partner Mohan, credit total is 1,22,500. We will deduct total of debit side, that is 13,500 from this amount. So the difference will be 1,09,000. 1,09,000. So the heading will be to balance carried down. These are the continuing partners capital in their business. So capitals, first partner is Ram, his capital will be 1,55,000, and then Mohan, the continuing partner, second continuing partner, 1,09,000 will be his capital. Now we have completed the problem. Now we have to tally the balance sheet. So let us make total of liability side and asset side. it will be 5,69,500. So the problem is completed.